Hi everybody, Kathy Janik here, figure skating and lunar skate coordinator at Morgan Park Sports Center, a Chicago Park District facility on Chicago's south side at 115th and Western. Every week we're getting together with some of our skaters, and today we are joined by Leo, and we're doing some off-ice skills that they can work on at home in their living room while we wait to get back on the ice. So Leo was part of our Learn to Skate program. He went all the way through Snowplow 1 through 4 and Basic 1 through 3, and he is now in the hockey program. He was hoping to start hockey in the spring this year. That didn't quite happen, so we're hoping to get him on the ice soon. So today Leo is going to do the Basic 1 skills, all of the Basic 1 curriculum for all of those kids that have never been on the ice before or who are in Basic 1 and are hoping to work on some of their skills off ice so that they can get stronger so that when they get back on the ice they can pass Basic 1. And he's going to help us out with some of those tips because he's already passed it, so he is a pro at all the Basic 1 skills. So let's get going. So one of the most important skills that you're going to learn in Basic 1 is how to fall down and get up safely. It's one of the biggest, most important things that everybody learns. Everybody from adults through grown-ups have to learn how to do it before they even get on the ice. So we're going to practice this off ice so then when you get on the ice it's a whole lot easier. So the main thing you want to remember is that when you're falling, you want to keep your hands in to keep your hands safe. You don't want to put your hands down on the ice because you don't want them to get stepped on. Okay? So if you're feeling a little wobbly, you're going to put your hands out, try to keep your balance, and then you're going to bring your hands in, get ready to fall. You're going to squat your knees and bloop on down. Okay, so he came down nice and softly on his side or on his tush. He made sure not to kick his feet up, and he made sure not to let his hands go crazy. So he brought his hands in, and now he's ready to get up. So now the next part of this drill is learning how to get up. So we're going to go forward into puppy dog position, hands and knees. You want to wiggle that tail, make sure you're on your hands and knees, and then you're going to bring one foot up, nice and solid, so your heel and your toe are touching the ice. You're going to bring the other foot up into froggy position, and then you're going to stand all the way up. Ta-da! Fall down and stand up. We're going to do that one more time a little bit quicker. So if you're feeling yourself getting a little bit wobbly, hands go out for balance first, then they come in and topple on down. Good job. Then we go to puppy dog, one foot up, froggy position, and all the way up. Ta-da! Good job. So the next skill we're going to do is marching. So the thing to remember about this is that you don't want to press forward. This isn't walking. So the first thing that we learn how to do on the ice is just pick up our feet and get comfortable picking up our feet and marching. So Leah's going to show us marching in place first with just 6 marches. So go ahead. So arms out for balance, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So his knees came up nice and tall. He didn't step forward, and he stayed nice and in place. So now he's going to go marching forward. Okay, so arms up for balance, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and then we're going to try it backwards. Go march backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. So when you're practicing this in your living room, you want to make sure that you're not walking forward and you're just taking those knees, keeping those knees nice and high, and you're marching, taking those marching steps instead of walking. Okay? The next drill we're going to do is a 2-foot glide. Nice and easy to do at home. You're going to put your arms up, and the thing that you want to remember for a 2-foot glide, the thing that's fun about it is that you get to just glide. You get to just move on the ice without even skating. Okay, so he's going to take a couple marches, and he's going to freeze his feet and freeze his arms. So he's going to take 4 marches, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and freeze. And then that's it. That's a 2-foot glide. This is fun to try at home if you've got a hardwood floor. You can do it in socks, and you can run as fast as you can and just try to glide on the floor as fast as you can. The next skill we're going to do is a dip. So we're building on the 2-foot glide that we just did. So just like the 2-foot glide, Leo's going to put his arms up for balance. He's going to take 4 marches, glide in his 2-foot glide, then put his arms in front and try to get his tush as low as he can. Okay? So arms up for balance, 4 marches, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2-foot glide, arms in front, and dip, 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 dip. There you go, hold it, and rise back up. Good job. Okay, so he's going to do that one more time. I'm going to have him face the wall so that you can see how low his tush is getting. So we're going to face, yep, either way. And arms up. Go arms up for balance. There you go. And go march 1, 2, 3, 4, 2-foot glide. And arms in front. And dip, dip, dip. See how his feet are nice and flat on the ground. His toes aren't coming up. And his tush is nice and even with his knees. And rise back up. Good job. Okay, the next drill we're going to do is forward swizzles. This one is a little bit hard to do off ice, but we're going to do what we can. Okay, so we're going to grab a ball. Okay, and what I want you guys to do, you can do this with a ball, you can do it with a glove, you can do it with really any toy. And you're going to put your feet in a V. I'm going to grab this first. Put your feet in a V. Okay, and then you're going to pull them around and make your toes kiss on the other side. Okay, there you go. That's a nice backward swizzle too. So you're going to go around the ball, swizzle open, point, and heels together again. Okay, so then you're going to try 2 in a row. Okay, so you're going to go around, go ahead, heels together, go around, toes together, and then one more time, heels together, flip, and forward. Good job. Our next skill is going to be backward wiggles. So again, this is one that's a little bit harder to do off ice, but it's really good to practice off ice, so then when you get on ice, they're a lot easier to do. So the motion is really in your hips. The thing that you want to remember about backward wiggles is that you're going to be twisting your hips a whole lot. Yep, and I say that you just want to think about dancing. So all you're going to do is kind of shake your hips as much as you can. Yep, get that nice hip motion, and that's a good backward wiggle. So now Leo's going to try it moving. So he's going to face this way for us. Go ahead, scooch over. There you go. And he's going to do some backward wiggles across the floor. Go ahead. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You'll notice that he's also moving his feet with his hips. Try it one more time. That's a forward wiggle. So you're going to step forward. Oh, okay. There you go. And wiggle backwards. There you go. So he's moving his feet with his hips when he does it, which is exactly what you want to do on ice. You want to shuffle those feet when you do your backward wiggles, but you don't want to march. You don't want to pick up your feet because that's backwards marching. And that's not what we do with our backward wiggles. We want to keep our feet flat on the ground. Okay? Now the very last skill we're going to do is a snowplow stop. Okay? And these are really good to practice off ice actually. So first thing you want to do is you want to start out with a nice light graze across the floor, okay? So yes, so Leo's taking a very nice light graze right across the top of the floor, okay? Now to make this harder and to make the snowplow stop really work, what you're going to do is bend your knees and push down into the ice. There you go, and really dig your foot across the floor, okay? So if you have a carpet that kind of changes color, what you can try to do is try to change the color of your carpet depending on how hard you're pushing down against it. Okay, so most people you're going to do kind of an in-between between the super light and the super hard. Yeah, but you want to push down as hard as you can because that'll make your snowplow stops even easier when you get back on the ice. Thanks everybody for joining us for today's Basic 1 skills. If you have any questions about any of the skills that you learned today, feel free to email me at kjanik, J-A-N-I-K, at morganparksportscenter.net. If you have any questions about any of the virtual programming we're doing here on Facebook and YouTube, please email virtualfitness@mcfettridgesportscenter.net. Thanks so much. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and thanks so much to Leo for joining us. Bye guys.